Content warning. This is a horror game and it is not intended for all audiences. Please visit our website if you need a full list of content warnings. Slay the Princess contains flickering image effects as well as parallax effects that on rare occasion cause motion sickness in players. If either of these cause health issues for you, you can disable them in the game's preferences. Whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings. There are no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. Okay, well, hello. I'm Loading Delayed, and welcome to Slay the Princess. I watch Markiplier. I think that's the only reason I know about this game. I have followed their Twitter, the developer's Twitter, and they said on their Twitter that they drew all of these by hand, animated everything by hand, and I need to give them some time on screen. You know, it's really pretty. I think it's an awesome game, and I'm a rebel. If someone tells me to do a thing, you know, like slay a princess, I don't want to do it. So I'm gonna probably, play it a lot differently than Mark played it. So hopefully we see some different endings, or at least, different endings than he did. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Bring it on. Have you ever considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending?
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end. I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
Yeah, I don't think I'm a nihilist. I don't think I'm evil. I don't know. End of the world. Killing princess seems kind of bad, though, doesn't it?
Are you a monarchist?
No.
Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
I just think that slaying people in general is not a lovely idea. Forget it, I'm not doing it.
No, you have to do it.
No, I don't. You can't make me. Look, I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to her. And if she's as bad as you say she is, then maybe I'll slay her. But I'm not committing to anything until I've had the chance to meet her.
I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out. Then each and every one of us is doomed. So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us.
I think I will.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess.
I don't think so.
We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Exactly.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Yes, he does. Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
It's rather precariously perched, too. Why is the blade hanging off the table? It'd be safer if it were on the table.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Well, I don't want to do it right. Into the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
I don't think
Her
so.
voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's
Hello.
hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
You're just being sarcastic. Right? Or just dumb. Hi. Just checking in on you. Here to save you. Hi, I'm here to save you. Hey, I think I'm here to slay you. Continue downstairs.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
Okay.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
Hello.
There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding
That's
her to
less
the far
awesome.
wall of the basement. She's beautiful.
She is.
How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
I have no idea.
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Maybe. Hold on. Let's talk first.
Okay.
I'm so unsure. I just want to chat. What's your name?
Oh.
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
You're adding so much nuance to this. I don't know if that's what she's actually doing, narrator.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess Princess?
That would be an interesting thing. So is Princess your name?
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like.
You don't know your name.
I'm sorry, I've been down here so long I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name though. Everyone has a name.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, that's weird.
Just a bit.
She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully
Pick
you're
a
starting
name?
to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
I want to talk to the princess. Don't know anything about you. Yeah, I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason.
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason.
What's that reason?
Don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get, but apparently you don't even know it either.
You have all the explanation you need.
Shut
you
up.
should know better than to trust whatever she comes up with.
I don't trust you. I'm the first person you've talked to. What you been eating? What are you gonna do if I let you out of here?
The princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life.
Yeah, that's fair. She doesn't even know her name. What would she? She probably doesn't even know what she could do outside if she doesn't know her name.
She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
Sure, narrator.
Are you looking for the truth, or are you looking for the right answer? Because with the dynamic we have going on here, I don't think the specifics of what I do really matter.
Well, I want the answer. I want your truth.
It's not like you'd believe me.
I want to believe you. I was sent here to slay you. You're apparently supposed to end the world. But I don't think you're actually dangerous.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
I think too, yeah.
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here for so long.
That's... How long has she been locked away?
Way too long. I mean, she forgot her name.
Did they tell you how I'm supposed to end the world?
I was hoping you'd tell me. No, which is why I don't think you're actually dangerous.
Sooner or later, you'll learn to trust me. Hopefully it won't be too late when you finally come around.
Sure.
Thank you for believing me. Now, can you help me get out of here?
Yeah, I'll see what I can do.
Walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm a strong person. How dare you, narrator? What? How am I to believe that you didn't just decide that they were too strong? Yeah, and that I wasn't, like, strong enough to actually get rid of them. What if that was just all you?
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
No.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
That's fair. I'm gonna check upstairs. Maybe the key's still lying around somewhere up there, and if not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
And of course you'll be here, you're stuck.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Of course. See, that's why I don't know if the narrator's the one that's just deciding that the chains are like too big and heavy for me to break them. Because I'm pretty sure he just slammed the door and locked it on me.
Someone else here? Your shouts and pleas are met with silence.
Rude.
I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
I can't even do it. I don't have a way to do it.
You try the door.
Try the door.
But it's locked from the outside.
Of course it is. Turn.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
Maybe if you'd let me go back upstairs, I could have grabbed the blade. But now we won't know.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
You're the one that put me in it.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
Let the music stop.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
Ma'am?
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal.
Ma'am?
It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now.
This is a bad thing.
Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
I'm not slaying the princess. You can't make me.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade
It's not
against the
against it.
ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
Oh, my little hand has a little knife on it.
You cut into her flesh.
I'm not a fan of this.
The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit.
I'm not a fan of this.
She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
Maybe she has that thing where she can't feel pain. Some people have that.
No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything?
Again,
It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
there's a thing where some people cannot feel pain. She might be one of those people.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Well, hopefully we can. It's the locked door.
We won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world.
Excuse me.
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
Hey.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
Yeah.
Watch me.
Well, I have to, which is annoying.
What are you doing?
Something I don't appreciate. Warren.
Stop that.
No.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
I'm trying not to.
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect.
Yeah.
Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
No. I'm gonna resist.
Move the blade.
No.
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
Yes. It's not me.
Nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What
Yeah,
are
take that,
you
narrator.
doing?
I'm rebelling.
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
Yes, please.
She plunges it
Ow.
into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
It's okay. We'll figure it out.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done.
Yeah.
For her sake. Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone.
No, we have it.
Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
It's so painful.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she?
It doesn't look like it.
Apparently not. Though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks.
She didn't want to do
Can't
it.
just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over.
And you made your choice. If you hadn't done it, this wouldn't have happened. Narrator.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
But she deserves to live. Chapter 2, The Damsel.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I don't know, I didn't slay her last time. And the world still exists. I think. Getting a terrible sense of deja vu.
Deja vu? No, you don't have that. This is
Oh, I
the
do.
first time either of us have been here.
Nope, it's
If
not.
he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
Yes. We need to save our beloved.
Our beloved?
Yes.
Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. So all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love. And
The
the
most
four of us will
love.
be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
Very much.
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. So,
No.
what can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
Exactly. This is more than just deja vu, though. I'm pretty sure the whole thing literally just happened. Yeah.
We could go back and forth on this forever, and it won't get you any closer to doing your job and saving the world. So let's just agree to disagree.
Okay, we can agree to disagree, but I'm right. Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all of this really did happen. Why would I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
I guess that's true. You forced me to try and kill someone, and I tried not to, and the only way for me to stop doing that is for them to kill me. But that all happened because of you.
You were the one who did us in, villain.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, not you in the literal sense, but you did everything you could to stop us from rescuing her.
Yeah.
Oh, I wonder why. Maybe it's because the entire world was at stake. No lone princess is worth that price.
Well, she's beautiful and we're in love.
I beg to differ. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just going to take a deep breath and assume that whoever is making the decisions here has the common sense to ignore your protestations.
Well, clearly I do not.
Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
Well, they shouldn't they?
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
Exactly.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
You know the answer, don't
If
you?
it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died?
Well, I just assumed the princess was stuck because the door was locked and there was no other way to get out.
Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or
There was
do
no
you
one
think
else
the
there.
princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
Well, I assumed she was stuck in the basement.
She would never. She's a perfect angel that you cruelly
The most-
imprisoned as part of some convoluted, dastardly scheme.
The most perfect angel.
Convoluted? I don't know how this premise could be any more simple. Princess bad, stop her, save everyone.
I'm with them. I'm gonna find a way to save her from the cabin. Let's talk about this princess.
That's right, you can't stop all of us.
Yeah.
We're going to sweep her off her feet if it's the last thing anyone does.
Yeah.
Are these really the sorts of people you'd like to align yourself with?
Yes.
You're not at the cabin yet. You still have plenty of time to reflect on the situation. I just hope for all our sakes that you make the right call.
I think I will. Proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
I don't believe a word you say.
We already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in.
So beautiful.
I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice.
Yeah.
I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
Exactly.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Sure. Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
And it still has the blade dangling off the table. That is a hazard. I don't appreciate it.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
No, I don't. Didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall. Whole cabin. Whole cabin is different than last time.
Very different.
Is it? I can't say I was paying much attention to the scenery last time around.
You weren't here last time.
Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. Stop letting yourself get distracted.
To bed. You didn't say anything about the mirror on the
Because
wall.
there isn't a mirror.
But
There's
there
a
is.
table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
Pretty sure there's a
There's
mirror.
definitely a mirror.
Yeah,
There isn't.
but there
I'm
is.
sure the princess would tell us there was a mirror if she were up here.
In which case she'd be lying to you because, again, there isn't a mirror.
Nope, definitely a mirror. Why would you lie about that? What's the point? I want to look at myself. I want to see how handsome I am. Doesn't matter. Why would you lie about that?
Exactly. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? That you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done.
Well, I think I will.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
I think there
This
is.
really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But it was there a second ago.
It was.
Now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place and now we'll never know. We can't
Never.
gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
It's the only reason she could possibly not like us. Not the fact that we are sent here to kill her. Enter the basement. I'm not taking that blade. I refuse.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls.
Oh,
The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight.
huh.
But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Ah, you're just gonna say that every
A
time.
soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Hello, my love.
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already.
That's a bit. You barely know her, dude. Just saying.
I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far.
Yeah.
You barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning.
I agree.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation.
Sure.
You walk down the stairs and
know.
lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
I'm so happy she can't
You
hear
know
you.
she can't hear you, right?
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
I hope she doesn't.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Yeah, if my last life didn't matter, how does she know me?
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
And she called us a hero.
Yeah.
Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it?
Oh, it goes a long way with me too.
Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to
Exactly.
incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
We have.
That's right, villain, and you killed us.
Well, technically she killed us, but that's because he made her, sort of. Anyway, it's weird.
Well, she.
Yeah, exactly.
Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense.
Exactly.
Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
At least in this life she isn't covered in blood.
You've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
No.
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
Yes.
We never saw a world end.
Exactly.
And now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise.
I won't either. Not because I'm smitten, it's just... I don't
Are you
want to kill her.
listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
No. What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
Okay. Sorry about what happened.
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
No, it
Isn't
wouldn't.
that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful
Oh my goodness. Smitten, stop.
Listening to her, that's a confession.
No. She said, was I supposed to? That's a confession that she could have, not that she did. No, I don't want you to end the world. No, I have no feelings, one way or the other.
Then I didn't end the world.
See? She didn't confess anything. She is innocence itself. I'm not so sure.
Sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me to kill, here to kill you took over my
Another
body.
version of me was pushed to such drastic action. It was for good reason.
Sure.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually.
What else is she supposed to do, hero?
That's because she's perfect.
I don't think that's why, Smitten.
Think she has someone like him telling her what to do?
Maybe. I didn't think of that.
Doesn't. There's no one else like me.
Sure. We didn't beat another you last life at all.
I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
Yeah, that would be nice to not have. I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again?
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
I don't want you to be happy about that. Are you masochist?
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done.
I hope so.
What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains.
Well, if we can, I'd prefer
Why are
that.
you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
Well, I feel like she just wants to get out. So, sort
She
of.
didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel.
Oh,
No,
Smitten.
you're right. It's extremely bizarre behaviour and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
Narrator, please. Now I know why you
No.
killed me.
I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what?
You'll do what?
Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon.
That's why I didn't bring
Not
it.
on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
How would you do that, Smitten? We don't have a weapon, Smitten.
You wouldn't.
Yeah, how
I would.
though?
I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings.
Oh, he
and
does.
doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the
Yay.
princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed.
No, we're
I
not.
can't believe it. But I guess I have to.
I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
Hey, exactly.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I didn't try to kill you last time either. Oh wait, no, I did, but that wasn't me.
The
Technically.
princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace.
Yay! Oh, shut up.
Only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved.
Yep.
Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon.
Exactly.
Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
Exactly.
What do we do now?
Hopefully we can go upstairs. What do you want to do? We leave and then we have the rest of our lives.
That sounds perfect.
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers.
That's so awesome.
We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending.
Exactly.
I like to think that you do, actually.
No.
Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this.
Why wouldn't she be happy about this? She's free.
What happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks.
We're gonna have some issues, narrator. I want out, narrator.
That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
That's very rude.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
Exactly.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love. Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her.
No, we met one other time. Technically.
Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known. Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice.
Yes, I
I'm
do.
just along for the ride at this point.
Yep, pretty much. Do you think you can open it? I think we can open it if we try together. I think we've got this. I think we can open it if we try together.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Let's try.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door together. And the lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me?
Yay!
I told you our love was insurmountable. You and the princess make your way upstairs, and the blade, that's right, there's still a chance for you to do the right thing. Take the blade from the table and slay her before it's too late.
No.
You're enjoying
Not
this,
doing that.
aren't you? You're
Yes.
taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you.
Oh, that's fine.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Exactly.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin. And then you step outside.
She looks so pretty. Look at this guy. Look how happy she is. This is the perfect thing.
A happy ending at last.
Yeah.
We did it. What should we do now?
What's happening?
Where did everything go?
Oh no.
Where did he go?
Oh no.
Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
Cole. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
No. Are you okay?
Cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
I don't know if we can do that. Oh no. No. Princess. My love. But you don't get the chance to make that jacket. Something has taken her away, and it's left something else in her place.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
I don't know.
And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
I don't know. I don't know where she went, and I don't know how we'd go about looking for her. Narrator is gone. I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror. I don't know where she went, and I don't know how we'd even go about looking for her.
She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing.
Just a mirror.
I can't believe she was taken away from us. The nerve.
I think you should believe it's Mitten. Narrator's gone.
Does that mean the world ended?
Oh, I hope not.
A villain vanquished.
I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror.
Something dreadful about it. I don't think you should.
It's just a mirror.
Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
We have no other
I'm
choice.
begging you, don't do this.
It's just a mirror, guys. I have no other choice. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They've gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. Oh. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Oh. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Oh. What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
That's a good question. I don't know. Solitary lights, what do you mean? What do you think I am? I don't know what I am.
I think that you are like me.
Hmm.
We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Hmm. Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
I don't know. Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me
I
here?
have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Do you know about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
That's fair. Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
Ah. So were you always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Sometimes. What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Okay. How much will I forget?
Everything, until we meet again.
And what if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
That's fair. I'm not going back. How many more pieces of you do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
Okay. I'm not going back.
If you need time, then I'll wait with you.
I should probably save. I don't think I can save scum this. Wait forever.
You are as I am now, and forever is a long time to remain undone.
It is.
I am not you, but I know that I would return before forever was finished.
That's fair.
What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping?
Maybe.
If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage?
I don't know.
You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine.
That's just poetic. Oh no, the game crashed. I guess waiting forever means, just not doing it. Well, I guess I'm ending this part now. Thank you so much for watching. I will continue playing Slay the Princess. I want to get to the end of it. I didn't think that would happen for just trying to wait forever. I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.